Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
All right. Happy Wednesday night, y'all. We actually have Reign of Z joining us this evening. How are you guys doing tonight?
We are tired, sir. How are you guys?
Same.
I can't really say same because I'm like still amped up for my karate lessons and stuff like that. So
you know you're hitting a certain age when you're excited about going to bed.
It's true.
Sleep's overrated,
I'm glad
man.
I haven't hit that stage just yet.
You know, I was sitting there thinking about it, and I get so excited about going to bed, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm excited, but I still hardly get any sleep. I only get like maybe 5 to 6 hours if I'm lucky. I'm like, God, this sucks.
That's what caffeine's for.
See, me and caffeine don't do very well.
Oh well.
Yeah, it doesn't for him, but
I drink one cup of coffee. And I'm like a fucking addict. I drink 2 cups of coffee. It's a very good possibility I'm gonna throw up.
Oh wow.
If I drink 3 cups of coffee, I'm definitely gonna throw up. So yeah, no, I drink decaf and I don't do soda at all.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, I ended up about 2 years ago, I got oral cancer.
Oh, geez.
And a lot of it was because I was a damn soda addict, primarily Mountain Dew. And it was screwing all my shit up, even though I went to the dentist and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That shit still won't fucking save you if you're, not eating that much fucking sugars. I was a damn sugar. Candy, soda, my energy drinks, everything all day long. Bad.
Yeah.
And they say sugar feeds cancer.
Yeah, it makes it worse.
Yeah, so
10 times worse, which is exactly what happened in there. And so I was like, yep, I cut myself off and I've been pretty much anti-sugar since.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. Do you feel better?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Now I get tired a lot faster than I used to,
Sure.
and I crave that sleep. But
just try some pre-workout.
I've thought about that.
Don't talk that he will. No, this is not the man to take advice from. He will mix and match anything.
Those circle bottles, the flavored water and stuff like that, they are fucking phenomenal.
I'm gonna try it. I told you I'm gonna try it. I promise you I'm gonna try it. So you guys have been around for a hot minute. Because
hot minute.
I think I heard about you guys about, I think it was about 2020, 2021.
Okay.
When I started seeing your name circulating in Facebook groups and different hard rock and heavy metal Facebook groups that I was on. And I was like, okay, what's this? And so whenever I found out that you guys got booked the show, I got super excited because I was like, oh, fuck yeah. It's like, I've been listening to this band for quite a while now, that because I think y'all have been around since what, like 2017?
Yeah,
Ish?
2017, 2018. Yeah,
Somewhere around
we've been independent since then, and we've kind of just been like heavily touring the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, since post COVID. Yeah.
Post COVID, yeah.
Right. So how was COVID for y'all?
Terrible. I questioned my life every day. No, really, I went through an existential crisis because think about it. You guys are creatives, okay, both
Right.
of you, and you don't have the right to perform and feed off that audience's energy. And then you can't even go out. It was like driving in post-apocalyptic, at least where we were from. And I would sit with Berg every day and be like, I don't even know my identity. Like, I don't even know who I am without performing in music. It was like an existential crisis.
Yeah, even doing a live stream, just like it felt cool to be on a stage, but at the same
It
time,
was weird.
you didn't
It's
have
not the same.
you didn't have that energy coming back at you versus what you're giving out, and it felt awkward as shit.
Yeah, I understand that. I actually got lucky because like I was touring with some bands at the time doing different stuff as like a kind of a hype guy type stuff and doing merch and shit. And we actually I stayed pretty well employed during COVID because
Good for you.
we were doing independent movies.
Yeah.
So I was making sure that I was doing like movie after movie after movie to keep stuff going. But I mean, even then, like I was watching a lot of musicians doing like live shows and trying to charge tickets and like slinging the shit out of fucking merch.
Yeah.
And it was like ridiculous because it was like almost every day there's like I'm like seeing all these bands doing live shows all day, every day.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking matter. And I'm like, God damn, this really sucks. I'm like, is music even gonna be fucking left alive after this shit's over?
I don't know. And you guys are fortunate because you get to interview a lot of people. So I'm sure you have a lot of different, opinions and feedback. But I don't know if we've even still recovered from COVID, at least from what we've seen on the touring market. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like people are so now enveloped in their phones. So it's hard for them to want to come to a show when they can just scroll through TikTok and not have to leave.
That shit drives me crazy because we push on this show all the time. I'm like, go to a fucking show, especially all of you that live in areas that you have a scene, because where I live, there is no scene.
Really?
Yes. The closest place for me is Jacksonville, Florida. That's the absolute closest.
Wow.
And that's a 2.5 hour drive for me. So for me to even see a decent local show, I've got to go. Here's my choices: Atlanta, Georgia, Jacksonville, Florida, or Charlotte. That's my choices. And Charlotte's 5 hours away. Atlanta's about 5 hours away. Jacksonville's the closest at 2.5 hours away.
Wow.
So for me, I'm pretty much fucked. The only scene you're going to get around here is country or beach music. That's your choice. Take your pick.
Country is pretty much like dominating the radio waves. But and maybe you guys could touch on this. I've seen a lot of like metal rock, like country fusion thing kind of coming together. Yep. So I don't even know how you would label
some of it. Some of it I've been okay with. Like I don't mind Hardy. I've listened to him.
Oh, this one loves the song Jim Bob. You should see him in the car. He's like this.
I don't mind Hardy. I like Hardy. I dig his stuff. And then Bill Murray. I do like Bill Murray.
My sister loves Bill Murray.
So they're actually playing Welcome to Rockville this year, and I'll be there at Welcome to Rockville. So cool. I'm gonna go see Bill Murray play. So I'm looking for. I know the guy that does Bill Murray I think he was once the guitarist for Attack. as
I
I
think so.
believe.
That
Sounds
about
right. Can somebody
Yeah.
fact check that and put it in the
I
chat?
think his name's like John something that created it, and I think I remember them saying that he was once like I don't know if he was the rhythm or the lead for Attack for a while, but left the band and just started doing all these side projects. Apparently, he's got some other side projects other than Bill Murray that he's involved in.
Sounds about right. Sounds like a musician.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I that was kind of like me growing up as like a metalhead, and I started reading this whole thing on like John 5 because I was a big Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson fan, and I see that like John 5 before he ever even played in metal bands, he like was the touring guitarist for like Katie Lang, and I'm like, what? No, it sure shit he was.
Although I still think Mike Patton holds the record for like most side projects.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
you're probably. I can't even remember how many bands that guy's been in.
There was a list of them. There was a list of them one time, and I think it was well over like 50 projects or something like that.
Oh my God. I don't know how. I don't even know how you could keep up with memorizing that many songs from different groups, because I'd end up playing like a song from another goddamn fucking project and completely fucking forgetting. Yeah. I don't like. I've got a buddy Max who plays in like, I don't know how many goddamn bands Max is in right now, but he's plays in a shit ton of fucking bands, and I'm like, how the hell? Get straight, because there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Can't do it.
I can't even remember our set, let alone like being another side ride.
All right, Mosh.
Well, I mean, given the fact that we were still on the music, questions and stuff like that, if y'all had y'all's dream bus, unlimited budget, everything else like that, shush, or we already know yours. What would it be? What would y'all have in it?
In a bus?
Yep,
my dogs.
Yeah, our dogs definitely.
My doggies. Probably like, if I could be like super extra, probably like a gym in the bus. And just a microwave. Like we're so used to like living the feral life on tour. Where we live very like modestly on tour, so like it doesn't really take a lot to like make us happy. You know what I mean?
Throw in a stim pack, you know what I mean, and maybe a masseuse, and that'd be all right.
Okay, so that's all him. I just want my dogs and some workout equipment, and I'll be happy. And a microwave and a toilet. That's always a good time.
See, I tell you, that's my number one thing is a fucking working shower and a working bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't do number 2 on the bus.
But this bus you can, because we're making the dream bus. So we can go number 2 on the dream bus.
Yeah.
Man, I can go number 2 at 65 miles an hour. That sounds like a dream.
On the dream bus. You can.
That's the shit you ever take.
He said, Mosh said that it's a dream bus.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can go number 2 on a 65.
Absolutely no budget, you didn't have to worry about shit. All thing you have to say is just draw that bitch out, and they would take care of the rest.
Yeah.
How do we meet this man?
I mean, if you could take a shit at 65 miles an hour, you'd really outdo Sammy Hagar, because he can't drive 55. But that dates me a little bit.
Shows your age a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. I live out of a van for months at a time, man.
Somebody's gonna get that joke and appreciate it, or they're not gonna get it and they're gonna.
We're probably about the same age. We're close to the same age.
But, I mean, given the fact that you mentioned it, what are your dogs? Because I'm a big dog fan.
Grab the peanut.
Oh, she's sleeping. We have a what is she considered?
She's a Victorian bulldog. She was in our music video. Nothing Gold Can Stay. So people who are watching this yeah. So Lola, our Victorian bulldog, was in that, and then Dio is our pit bull. He's over here. He's sleeping on the couch right now.
Yeah,
but
he just hit 13. So
yeah, we got some old timers,
and he still runs like a puppy. So I'll take it.
He runs circles around Lola, but that's not hard to do because she's shaped like a potato.
She'll prove you.
I understand that. I definitely understand that. So, if you guys could choose 3 bands to go on tour with,
I
dead
know.
or alive, dead or alive,
Dead or alive?
dead or alive. We're gonna make this real interesting. Dead or alive.
We're summoning the dead, building tour buses. I mean, what are we not doing on here?
I
love
told
it.
y'all we are not normal.
Hey, we I don't like asking the normal shit. Like we want to like get to like really know you guys. Like fuck the boring shit that every other goddamn radio station is gonna ask you. Like I'm not gonna ask you where the hell you came up with your band name. That ain't gonna happen. That question will not be asked.
You could find that probably on like 8 other interviews that we've done anyways, but I don't know.
I can answer yours.
No, don't answer.
I could answer yours.
This is for me to answer. But you go first, and then I'll tell.
That is such a thing, like something that matches like the genre that we do. Because
it doesn't matter. Does it have to be our genre? Or can it be anybody?
Oh no, there's a part 2 to this question that's non-genre.
Okay.
See, I would like to go out on tour with Kill Switch with,
with what?
With Howard.
With Howard and Kill Switch.
Yeah.
Well, if Jesse ever watches it, it's not that we don't love you, Jesse. Yeah.
Like screw you guys.
It's just we're building the dream thing right now.
One other band.
I get one band at least for the love.
Oh, I know. Yours is going to be. I won't answer it.
Don't answer it.
But another band. I mean, heck, there's so many great bands. But what do you pick? Well,
we have 2 more. So.
Well, I know, but I listen to fucking the stuff that puts you to sleep.
We'll get into that.
By the way, she falls asleep listening to heavy metal.
I do.
I don't understand it.
So if there's we can't jump the gun. We can't ADD this yet. Okay, so my answer is in this moment.
Of course.
Be quiet. And then Evanescence. That would be my dream. And you pick one more because we'll make it fair.
Oh, let's go with Hailstorm while we're at it.
Oh, he picked Hailstorm. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Non-genre.
Non-genre.
3 bands, non-genre, can't even be close to rock or metal.
Oh, I got this down.
See, I tell everybody because we've asked this question a lot, and people are like, "God damn!" I'm like, you have to think about maximizing your crowd. So if you're gonna go out on tour with a bunch of people that aren't even in your fucking genre, but you want a chance of somebody in that crowd, you want a massive ass crowd. So maximize your capacity. Who's 3 people that you could go on tour with that would be like a fucking sold out arena? So I always say the same thing every single time: Taylor Swift, Post Malone, and Snoop Dogg. That's exactly who I tour with.
Well, I mean, what about Waylon Jennings and Wu-Tang Clan?
Oh, that probably would too.
Okay. Halsey, Jelly Roll, and Modson.
Okay.
I only know who one of those
are.
I know who Jelly Roll is.
Yeah.
I have a clue.
Yeah.
I just want to meet that man and give him a hug. But that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I think mixed genres though are cool. Like when we played Rockfest, there was some like, I don't know, like country / rock, and there was like some weird like blues, like rock things. So they're kind of like meshing together, like the mixed
lot
genre.
of things. You're seeing a lot of mashups nowadays.
Yeah, I have seen that. Like I know back when Welcome Rockville started, it was just like heavy metal and hard rock, but now you're starting to see some hip hop come in. I know they've had Tech Nine on there and Yellow Wolf on there before, and I think this year they have ICP playing one of the stages this year.
Get out!
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're all Welcome to Rockville.
Wow.
Yeah, ICP's on there. So I think there's a few other like hip hop type groups that are playing Welcome to Rockville this year. The lineup is so fucking big because it used to only be a 2-day and now it's a fucking 4-day.
Oh wow.
And I can't even remember half the fucking bands that are fucking playing. I'm just like,
have you ever been to an ICP
like 3 times?
I have never been to an ICP show.
That was one of the craziest nights of my life.
I've heard. I've heard the rumors. I've heard I had an opportunity to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos one year.
Yeah.
And I passed. We went and did another tour with another band to help them out. And so we went with that and did not go to the Gathering of the Juggalos because I was terrified that I would probably be raped in my sleep or something worse. I don't know what's worse than that, but I'm pretty sure that they could probably figure it out. So, yeah, nope. I was like, I pass.
I've never, I went to that show, and for a week later, all I smelled was Faygo coming out of my pores. Like, seriously. And then I forgot that I wore the certain hat, and I put it on, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to puke. But no, it was a great time. I mean, from
Didn't you make out with like
some girl grabbed me up.
some
and just,
girl
shoved her
basically
tongue
like
down my
accosted you and like
Yeah.
I've heard like there's like full on orgies and people like licking buttholes in front of everybody, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I don't know if I would lick a butthole at a show.
And then I look up, and the drummer my drummer at the time that bought us tickets to the show because he was a juggalo was up on stage and shoved an axe down his pants and jumped off the stage and took it with him home.
Yeah,
He has all his parts.
Yeah, he didn't get it cut off.
Okay, that's
that's good.
I think he actually took it back to them to get him to sign it. Actually, but that's a juggalo move, right?
Taking it back to the scene of the crime. It's ballsy.
So, if this is a question for both of you. Obviously, it's probably going to be different. If you could spend 24 hours with any icon of yours, any musical hero that you could possibly think of, dead or alive, who would you want to spend that 24 hours with and why?
Actually, go back, reincarnate Cliff Burton.
Okay.
Playing style wise, to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As me being a bass player myself, I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah. And also reincarnate him and pick Lars to die.
Oh, I love that answer so much.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, welcome to Berg. We never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
It's fine.
Bravo.
Excellent.
Super Lars makes me famous.
Great.
We'll
Now
take it.
somebody's going to like be related like his third cousin son this time, and we're going to get sued by
Hey, there's no such thing as
I mean, so is everybody else. So, I mean, you know.
Hey, I had Napster. I think I downloaded fucking a Metallica album. Sue me.
I'm pretty sure 500,000 people had Napster.
Exactly.
Loaded Metallica up there. I don't think I ever had Napster. I think I did LimeWire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other one.
I had LimeWire and I had BearShare for a while too.
Yep.
So we all could just say we committed a crime.
Yeah. I downloaded lots and lots and lots of fucking music.
Yeah, we're all guilty of that.
We're all guilty. It's fine. That'll show up later in life for us. Well, I don't know. She was a musician, kind of, but I would say Marilyn Monroe. I mean, she did sing.
Fair enough.
You know, I would love to just sit with her for a day and just
you can find about those tunnels under the White House that JFK snuck her in on.
I wasn't even going there.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to talk about.
Look at all those dick pics. She probably has like JFK dick pics.
Oh my god. We can discuss that too. We usually do on every podcast about my collection of dick pics that I love to post on my stories.
Your collection of dick pics.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Oh. So I originally downloaded Snapchat to talk to my friends because there's like 4 people. No, there's 4 people that like I talk on rotation where we send each other stories. And I literally, it's like every day or sometimes Facebook, but they're getting a little bit more sneaky. They're doing it on Snapchat. And I just get like the United Nations of wieners sent to me on Snap. And I screenshot them and then I post them on my story. And I have like 5 group chats where I'm like, here you all go. Enjoy. Look at their faces. It's true. If you go watch my story today, I just posted one today.
You hit it behind.
Well, I have to because people report it if I don't. So I have to like hide it. But I have I should sell them. I'd be like, I'm the uncensored if you send me $5.
Selling other people's dick pics.
Hey, they sent it to me. It's free
I
game.
mean, why not?
So just so all you know, if you send me a wiener pic.
I'm definitely not sending you.
No. I was talking to the internet lady. It's going in.
Nobody please send her. Don't do that. Don't do that. That makes us look bad. Coming from a man, that makes us look really bad. Please.
The internet is wild, my friend.
Don't do
randomly
that.
added you. Here's my dick.
You gotta tell them the one story.
Which one?
The wiener story.
Oh, how about some guy sent you a dick pic, then sent me a friend request, and I sent it back to him saying, sorry, man, you don't measure up.
Hey.
Me and you are going to be best friends.
That
Come on.
That motherfucker has some balls.
Yeah.
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 No pun intended.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
I mean,
listen,
it's weird.
I've seen more creative dick pics because of her than anything. Like some guy like, I'm working at my desk. Oh, but it's strategically placed in between my keyboard. I don't know. People get bored. What do they do? Play with themselves.
We got nothing.
First off, I don't even know why anybody would want to see one. I don't even like looking at my own. They're ugly as shit. They're like a little fucking naked mole rat. And they're hideous. And why anybody would even like looking at them to begin with is horrendous. I mean, I don't even like looking at mine to pee, much less look at it for any kind of fucking pleasure whatsoever. But I guess maybe that's because I'm straight, but it is what it is. But I mean, let's face it, most of our genitalia is not that pretty. It's really not.
But also, like, okay, if you're in a relationship, it's different. But also, if you just send somebody, like, I just always want to be like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what do I do with it? Like, am I supposed to be like, oh my God, you're like the Mecca wiener. Can I please come over your house? Like, is that what that is?
Maybe. I don't know.
Does that work?
Oh my God, you've solved all my problems.
Has that ever worked? Has that ever worked for
Not
any
for
guy?
me.
Has that ever worked?
Not for me. I feel like it has to be like a mutual, like, you know, you're just like, you're vibing.
Well, like, I
vibing,
get it. I get the whole
meeting.
picture thing. If you're together, or if you're like in a long distance relationship and you don't get to see each other that often,
you're dating and there's like mutual interests.
Yeah, like that. I understand, but to like go up to like a random person that you don't even fucking know, and like, hey go.
Here it is.
Has that I would love to know if there's any man out there that has randomly sent some chick that he doesn't even know a dick pic and it actually worked and she went for it, because I highly doubt it.
I feel like though, for them to keep doing it, at some point it did work.
Well, if it did work, I don't think I would want that woman, because you're probably going to get something that you can't get rid of.
Can't go fishing without the worm.
God damn. This is definitely probably one of my most favorite interviews that's ever happened.
Raina Z, we know how to derail everything. Like,
that is okay. That makes for a fantastic fucking show. Bottom line. Okay, so on that subject, what is the absolute craziest thing that's ever happened to y'all with a fan interaction while on tour?
Oh my God, there's so many.
Oh, give us a couple. Oh, we love these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them
we've seen a
about
few.
the dude that
We've
took the
heard a few.
thing when I came out of the bathroom?
Oh, sure. Yeah, this was a weird one. We were, I think it was like Green Bay area, and she went into the restroom because every night she puts pasties on so we don't have any slips.
We don't have malfunctions, people.
You know?
Right.
So she goes in, changes, comes out, and I'm standing at the merch table and I watch her throw the tape into the trash can. And I just watch this guy go over to the trash can, grab out the tape, sniff it, and put it in his pocket.
Damn.
The whole
So we started selling my tape at the merch table, which it was a hot commodity for a year. People did buy it.
but what, you take the tape off, it never actually touches your.
I mean, it was in the trash.
Yeah, but why would they even want the tape to begin with? It's not like it ever touched any part of your body. You
was
took
on-
it
it was-
off it.
But it was on her,
It was on
Sure.
my,
on her breast.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hey, maybe he was going to go home and exfoliate with it. I don't know.
I don't even know what to say to that.
But I
Oh,
don't
we got
either.
more.
No.
Do you want to tell me about?
Oh yeah. So
It's better when it comes from Berg.
during the set, I seen some guy filming. You know, I was like, awesome. I'm going to ask him, hey, thank you for filming. Can you just email me over the footage, whatever, something we can use. But as I lean over the stage, I noticed that he's just filming her boots. He's just filming her footwork during the set. And afterwards, he was like, she was at the merch table, and he comes over and goes, can I get a picture? And of course, she's like, yeah, no problem. And I'm like, oh, you want me to take it? And as she comes around the table, he just goes and snaps a picture of her boots.
I guess somebody is obsessed with feet.
Somebody got feet stuff. I mean, a lot of people do. I mean, you can make money on that.
The stories that we hear is crazy. I mean, we even have one of a guy throwing up in a mosh pit and then taking his shirt off and then sliding in his own vomit
Yeah.
in the mosh pit. I mean,
Well,
we've heard.
I've seen that. I've seen that. The stuff that they've encountered, I have never heard or seen ever in my life of being in anything of performance wise. I have never seen shit like that.
Oh wait, we got
Which one? Oh no, that wasn't a fan interaction. That was actually just some guy that killed himself.
Okay.
Wow,
I mean, it's still
No. I
it's
mean,
still technically, or the whiskey one.
no.
That's a fan.
No, but yeah, we did have. We were on the road, and a guy ran through 2 red lights into the back of our trailer, about 100 miles an hour.
Oh shit.
On a motorcycle. So yeah, it was horrific. You know, it's a shame that somebody died, but yeah. So yeah, that happened to us in Fresno, California.
Holy shit.
We had to basically ship all of our gear back from there and drive from Fresno back to Pennsylvania.
So people ask us if we can tour. The answer is yes. Yes, we can. We have literally survived everything that you can. Oh,
And
what
you
about
guys-
the guy that followed me out of the gas station?
Oh yeah, but he just thought you were Shakira.
He thought I was Shakira. I got so scared. This was in Wisconsin, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
I don't
I
know what is
swear-
it with you people in Wisconsin, but y'all need to just breathe and just be okay. Like,
Apparently, you're making me I've been to Wisconsin once, and I don't think I want to go back.
no,
Beer-
you-
I haven't been at all, and I don't think I want to go.
well, I will paint this one. So we went in after the show, and you have to keep in mind, like, if you guys have never seen our aesthetic. I have like blood all over my face and like gems and everything like that. So I'm walking through the gas station like this, and I see this guy in a black trench coat. And you have to keep in mind, Wisconsin is known for serial killers. So I see this guy in the aisle. He's like this, and I'm like, so I walk the other way, and then he's like, and I look at Berg and I'm like, Berg, I need the van keys. I need to get in the van. He follows me out, and I lock the door, and I'm like texting everybody. I'm like, this is not a drill. We need to leave right now. I'm going to be murdered. And then Berg's just waltzing back to the van like nothing's going on. And I'm like, what? I was like, we need to fucking go. He's like, everything's fine. He thought you were Shakira. What?
Yeah, I don't understand why people have to be so creepy.
It was very, even if I was her, but also like, okay, everybody, the Shakira doesn't travel in a white van. Yeah. Like she would be in like some tricked out Cadillac or something.
She'd have a bus that she could poop at 65.
This is true. This is true. And probably her own chef on board also.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So like if you think somebody's, just don't be weird, because I thought I was going to die that night. I was like, well, I should probably text my mother and tell her it's been real. I'm going to be in some guy's freezer by the end of the evening. You know?
Hey, Mom, this is my last text to you.
Sorry, everybody for me. I'll catch you on the other side.
I won't be there for Christmas or Thanksgiving this year. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you'll be somebody's Christmas and Thanksgiving.
But going back to a music question real quick. It's going to be a tough one, so y'all might want to think about this one a little bit.
How are they going to think about when they don't even know what the fuck the question is?
What is y'all's fantasy lineup for a band? Y'all's singer, drummer, guitarist, everything.
Oh, wow.
Because I started asking this question because somebody just kept on naming people off, and it's just freaking insane. And I'm saying, you like, what would be your fantasy lineup? And me and him, we also play like fantasy.
Okay, I got it.
No, you go ahead, because I'd have to think about this one.
Okay, I got it. So, because I was thinking. So, Amy Lee on vocals, John 5 for guitar, Brandon Saller for drums, and then I would want you on bass.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm being serious. Like, I'm not even just saying that because you're sitting next to me, because you're a really, really good bass player. I think that would be a fucking sick lineup. Plus, you give me so much shit for Evanescence that I just would want you to play bass for her. So you're welcome. Buckle up, Buttercup. It's coming. The invite's coming.
I have to think about that.
Who knows?
That's a pretty damn good question, actually.
We've talked about super group scenarios a million times.
I mean, hell, you almost have a super group in Pantera right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I mean, essentially, you do, other than fucking Phil and Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do.
Can they be dead or alive, or do they have to be? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, well, there you go.
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Wow.
There's a lot of
well, there's so much, you know. There's absolutely so much, you know. I'd like to go back in time and be like, oh yeah, what if Les Claypool made it as a bass player for Metallica? See what that actually turned out like.
I mean,
I would love to have seen that.
Yeah.
Would have loved, for the fact that he was too good to play for Metallica.
Go watch Woodstock. Go watch Woodstock, you know, like where he did what song was that? I can't even think of that. I can't even name that song right now, man. I have my sleep deprivation's kicking in.
Oh, I was a big Primus fan because I was an MTV kid, and I grew up, and I can actually ask you all this question, which most of the time when I've asked this question, I've realized that I'm way older than like 90% of the bands that we interview. and like I'll ask the question. I've literally asked this question where bands have just looked at me and been like blink, blink, blink. What is that?
Yes, MTV
So-
videos.
Going back to MTV, and the first time you ever watched Beavis and Butthead, what is the first music video you remember being shown on Beavis and Butthead? Or if there's a couple of them, which ones do you remember the most?
Fuck, there was I think Helmet was on one of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails for sure.
I think House
Yep.
of Pain was. I think Jump Around was on there.
It was.
AC/DC.
There was definitely a Pantera video on there.
See, I was introduced to so many bands through Beavis and Butthead.
Sure.
Yeah.
So for me, like the ones I remember is Thunder Kiss 65 by Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
The one where it was This Love by Pantera. That was the first time I'd ever heard Pantera.
Yeah,
Was
now you
that.
say it, I can hear Beavis actually fucking reacting to that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then the one was that fucking goddamn song by the Crash Test Dummies, and they sit there making fun of it for like 15 fucking minutes. You know exactly what song I'm talking about. Everybody does that ever watched it.
Is that the Campbell Soup song?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That is exact. I like that.
Yeah.
It is. Yep, and believe it or not, that band is still together and touring because they just played Charleston like a couple of months ago.
I believe it, man. There's a lot of bands still out there touring with one member.
I know. It's like the whole nostalgia thing, I guess, that for some reason. I mean, there wasn't too long ago that I went with my parents to go see Styx, and I don't think any of them are ever original members at all.
Damn, that's a band I've ever heard in a
It's
while.
kind of like going to see Saliva at this point. There is no original members at all.
Which version?
Oh, which version of Saliva?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because there's we actually opened for him. Josie Scott.
Well, not Josie. Josie's been gone for a long time. Now,
Yeah,
now
but
he's back.
He has the Josie
Scott, the
Saliva.
original.
Oh no, he can't call it Saliva anymore. He almost got sued, so now it's just the Josie Scott band.
Okay. Because
Yeah, he can't use. I knew he was doing that whenever he first came back, but they got his ass, I guess, and was like, so he had to drop that. So now it's just Josie Scott.
Yeah, because I don't know if he was going, but when we opened for him.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I think I went to go see Huey Lewis and the News came to like a casino around here. And my parents were like, we're going there. We're taking you. Because whenever I was 2 years old, my mom couldn't find a babysitter and took me to the Huey Lewis and the News concert.
Okay.
That was my first concert ever.
Okay.
And I slept through all of it.
Wow.
I really don't blame you. I do remember Huey Lewis in the News just because I was a big MTV kid, and that's like literally growing up. I think that's the only thing I ever fucking watched. And that's what introduced me to like heavy metal because I was born in Oklahoma, where it's like fucking cowboy country central.
Oh, yeah.
And I hated it. I fucking hated country music. And then we got MTV. And I started watching MTV, and I remember watching Headbangers Ball for the first time. And this is the whole reason I even wanted to be a bass player, was seeing Ace of Spades by Motorhead and seeing Lemmy. And I fucking idolized that guy right off the goddamn rip. Yeah. It was like, I want to do this. I want to play. I want to play music. I want to play bass. Fuck the guitar. Fuck the drums. I did try to sing like him, but I sound like a fucking cat in heat when I try to sing, so that just doesn't fucking work.
Well, you need a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of Jack to get to that point.
Yes. I know. Yeah. Well, I tried that and that didn't work either.
Yeah.
So I quit doing the cigarettes. I still do not Jack, but I do nicer stuff than that. But that's all right. Which on that, what is that one defining moment that made you want to be a musician? Was it a band? Was it something like that? But what was that one moment that you're like, this is what the fuck I want to do?
Sorry, I'm getting
accosted by our bulldog. she always has to pop in periodically.
I don't know, man. It's like one of those things where whenever I was a lot younger, whenever you start realizing like, yes, this is something possible that I could do, and you just go for it. Like there wasn't, obviously growing up in the era of where music videos were like the biggest fucking thing ever, and you're like, this is amazing, I want to do this, but
Right.
Achieving just some regional success, and pushing yourself to go through multiple projects and chasing it, it's just like, this is what you're meant to do. It's just going out and performing,
Right.
no matter what you do, like people appreciate it and everything else. Are you trying to get the dog in the actual frame?
She wants to be in the video.
But
see, Mosh likes it. He wants to see Lola. Lola wants to be on camera.
I'm a big Floofer fan. I'm
See?
sorry.
See?
Oh, you're good.
This is what the people want, so just let it happen.
No, I mean, honestly, it's one of those things like where you get like all of a sudden you just get bit by that, and you're like, I can do this.
Right.
It's just like it just clicked one day, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm good at. I'm not good at anything else, but I'm good at this.
I understand
or,
that.
Or I didn't want to do anything else.
Well, yeah, that's usually the one.
No,
it's like everything else.
It's like finish that accounting degree and go into debt, or
go into debt and play music.
Go live in a van. Go live in a van, wind up in rehab. It's great.
Okay, just for the record, in this project, he did not end up in rehab. I just want oh my God.
Fair enough.
So he's gonna laugh at me when I say this, but he loves telling people I was a theater major. So I actually was a musical theater kid, but for me, it was kind of like hitting a wall being in musical theater, because at the time in musical theater, you had to be a certain look or a certain voice, and that would actually kind of transcend into like, if you're not blonde hair and blue eyed, you're not getting cast as, Dolly and Hello Dolly. And I became like really frustrated with that whole system. Now, granted, I'm sure musical theater probably has changed over the years, but I'll never forget, I was driving across the bridge with my mom, and I turned on the local radio station. I heard this countdown, and I heard this girl sing. And I was like, oh my God, she kind of sounds like me. And, back then when you had to do dial up, you had to like dial up and go on the computer and see who it was. Yeah, right? And he's going to laugh, but it was Evanescence, because that's the first female band I've really ever heard on mainstream radio that I was like, oh my God, she sounds like me. Maybe this is something that I can do, and I will fit in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of trying to fit into a world where I felt like I really didn't belong. And that was pretty life-changing for me. And I was like, okay, well, this is what I need to do. I need to carve my own path. So
I understand that. I understand
I
that.
listened to a lot of y'all songs. I mean, you sound fucking phenomenal.
Thank you.
All right, Mosh, you're up, homeboy.
Ooh, boy. We're gonna go a little bit into a nerd question. If y'all could choose, is it gonna be DC or is it gonna be Marvel?
Oh man.
Just go Marvel.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I would too. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, ever since the new Daredevil series is phenomenal.
I have not watched it yet. I wish I had more time to watch shit, but I don't.
I just pick a few things.
I think the last thing I watched was Arcane on Netflix, which is fucking amazing. If you've not watched Arcane, watch it. It's good.
We watched the Penguin series, which was good.
That's DC, though.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I like DC. You took my answer away.
He never answered the last one.
Oh boy.
Somebody in the comments has a question.
Star Wars or Star Trek? Oh,
That's
go ahead.
actually my friend TJ. He
TJ.
stole my fucking question, son of a bitch.
Fighting words off camera. Star Wars or Star Trek?
May the prosper be with you. I don't know.
Gotta pick one.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I don't know.
I'm going
Now-
with Star Wars.
Now, see, I've been watching Below Deck, the Star Trek cartoon. That's actually pretty good.
So you going with Star Trek?
I don't know.
This might cause like a war. We
I'm
have
not
to
trying
answer.
I'm not trying to alienate. I'm not trying to alienate people.
We're not.
There is a right question. I mean, right answer.
I mean, if you pick Star Trek, you go original. I mean, wasn't James T. Kirk kind of sexist? So you have to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm going with Star Wars because what's that character that I like?
Don't you dare reference Jar Jar Binks.
I love Jar Jar Binks. I do.
Oh,
What's that big fat worm?
Crazy.
What's that? Is that Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lola looks like that, so that's why I would.
Don't
pick.
fat shame our dog.
She just looks like
She's
it.
sensitive about her weight.
I know, but that's why I like them.
That's why she's on a diet.
Speaking of which, that's probably why she's biting us because she needs to eat. But
hey, you assholes, feed me.
I know, poor thing is just wasting away.
Are you hungry?
You hungry?
Guys, give me one
She
second.
looked at you real
She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I am. Feed my ass.
Do it. So I seen that you guys have an upcoming tour.
With our homies in the Alma. So this is our third tour with them, and we're very, very excited.
Right. So, I mean, how big of a tour is that one? Because I kind of seen some of the dates, but I didn't fully pull it open and look at it.
We'll probably be gone for like a month and 2 weeks. Somewhere around there. Like oh, of course, Berg is correcting me. This is why. Allow me to grab my PR person. Hey, Berg, how long are we? How long are we gone for?
Just about a full month.
A full month, and then we're doing some shows without them after, right? In June. Yeah. So a month and 2 weeks. I was right.
It's not a month, 2 weeks.
You're gonna have to let me know if you're in South Carolina. I'll come, or Jacksonville, Florida. I'll come
Or
see
in
you.
Virginia.
I was gonna say, are we in? I thought we were.
Closest I think we're in South Carolina is.
He's doing all the things. He's pulling up the spreadsheet. This is getting serious, guys. When Berg pulls up the spreadsheet,
Yeah, he even has the serious face on. And
he does. This is when he gets into like.
No, the closest we're getting to the Carolinas is Winston-Salem North.
Oh yeah, that's a good hot little minute from me.
Yeah.
We're playing Nashville though. We've never played Nashville, so we're super stoked for that.
That's a very busy town.
I know. I'm very excited. I feel like there's going to be a good coffee place there.
I have a feeling I'm going to have a nervous breakdown driving a van and trailer through Nashville.
I have a nervous breakdown driving through any major city with anything. I can't do it. I could drive the long, lonely highways, but don't let me drive in the goddamn city because
What, east of Omaha?
Not good. What?
He said east of Omaha. Jesus Christ. Touche, sir. Touche.
Sorry.
I know he's on fire. You got it with Berg. Berg like mumbles, so he's kind of like a mumble rapper. So you have to really like listen to hear what he says because he sometimes like says things and people don't catch it or like the joke afterwards. Even sometimes with him, I'm like, did you just insult me? Like 5 minutes later, because he's so freaking quick. But,
So for everybody watching, we only got like a few questions left, but stay put because we actually are playing one of their music videos at the end. We always do for those of you that are watching that don't know who they are for whatever fucking ungodly known reason, that doesn't fucking matter because you should know them. But if you don't, you're going to by the end. Stay around. Don't go nowhere because we're ending the show on their music video. Anyways, back into it. Mosh, go ahead with another question. I know you got some more.
If y'all could pick one of y'all songs to be in into a video game, what song would it be?
I have mine.
Go ahead.
Ignite.
That's a
Ignite
good
would
one.
be a good video game song, I feel like.
I feel like all of our stuff has like a cinematic effect to it.
That wasn't the question.
I know,
You
and it's
can't
hard to-
list all the songs.
No, I'm just
All of them. All of them.
you know
What
what?
kind of publishing deal you think we're getting here?
Hey, I'm just trying to build a soundtrack here. Probably. I mean, I'd probably say Cellophane.
It's a good
Okay.
thing you say that because that's actually the music video that I have for the end of the show. So,
You said that because that's the one that's queued up. there.
glad you said that because
Fun-
that's
fun-
the music
fun
video
fact-
we're playing.
Fun fact about that video: the car in there, the license plate. Well, we rented a car to drive up to New York to film that, and I asked our videographer. I said, "Shouldn't we blur out that license plate?" So the rental car license plate was used by the guy playing the serial killer.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we staged a kidnapping in the beginning of that video without permits for the city of Long Island. or
Why
somewhere.
would you say that on a live broadcast?
It's fine. It happened already. It's over. They can't come back and be like,
No,
They might.
Nobody was hurt during.
Nobody
this
was
time.
hurt.
nobody was harmed. Everybody was paid for their performances.
We're independent. You wouldn't get money from us anyways if you came after us. You'd be very disappointed.
We're in hard rock and heavy metal. We're all
Yeah. We're not making money.
I shall hand you a stone from my yard, and you can get blood from it.
There you go. All right. So on that, what is the social media platform that you guys prefer to talk to all your fans on? Where can they get your music? And if you have merch, where can they obtain that?
Snapchat. Just kidding. Don't add me on there. It's weird. No.
Reignofz.com has links to all of our songs, all of our pages, our merch, and YouTube. Go give us a subscribe. I'd like to break those planes, so to help us keep going on our journey.
YouTube is like one of the hardest places to get subscribers that I've ever seen in my life.
That's because I don't think people realize that you do have to, even though
Subscribe.
everybody's like and subscribe.
Well, I think I try to put myself in the mind frame because I actually used to work for a marketing agency back in the day. And I try to put myself in that mindset. I'm like, why do people not subscribe when it's just clicking a button to subscribe? And then I'm like, do they think they have to pay for it if they subscribe?
Maybe.
I think that is the biggest misconception.
And I'm like, I have a feeling that that's what it might be, is they feel like if they hit, because there's so much like subscribe because of like, I hate even talking about fucking OnlyFans girls and all this other shit that subscribe. And if you subscribe, you have to fucking pay money. So they put in their head subscription means money.
Money. I
Right.
struggle with that every day. I wish Berg would start an OnlyFans and get this band funded.
Damn.
Hey, you can do pictures of your beard. I mean, you got a good beard going on.
Right?
Saying.
Why are we so linear? Why do you feel like you have to take your pants off? Maybe people want to see your chest hair. It's a thing.
I mean, there's shit out there. I mean,
Never a dull moment, guys. Never a dull moment.
so on that, we're gonna play the video for Cellophane. Everybody watching, please make sure you go check out Reign of Z on all the social media platforms. Go download their music, go buy their merch, and if you can go watch them live, do that, because that's actually the most important. Go watch them live. On that, your Cellophane, we're out of here. We will see you guys again on Friday night, and until then, peace out.
Be safe.
Strip the duct tape, plan the escape. I'm confined.